Hi, friends. I hope wherever you are in the world, you are happy and healthy and doing well. My name is Tammy. If this is your first time here, thanks for joining me on this journey of self-care. For me, self-care is time with my family. It's playing with my tarot and oracle decks, playing with my makeup, taking care of myself through skincare and burning candles. It's a little bit of this and a little bit of that and everything in between. So thanks for joining me. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in talking about or hearing about, please make sure that you subscribe and hit that little notification bell so that you know every time I put out a video. If you are coming back, thank you. I appreciate you returning. And hopefully you can let me know in the comments down below additional things you'd like to see, whether it's a flip through of certain decks, if it's a video about my bronzer collection, anything that kind of fits along this lines of, what's my skincare routine, whatever. Anyways, today's video, I went in and I shopped my stash of my oracle and tarot decks. And I wanted to share what decks I am using for April. Now, this could be just this first half. I might find halfway through the month that I want to change something. Or it might just be that I'm really happy with these decks for the entire month. I think right now I'm going to try to continue decks throughout the entire month. Just to kind of further acquaint myself so I don't feel like I'm switching them out so fast. I know I've got a lot of decks. I know I definitely have some favorites, but I love them all. So I want to, really kind of do deep dives with them. Anyways, I am going to switch to hands cam so that I can show you the decks for April of 2023. Be right back. All right, so I am not doing this in any particular order. This is not ranking. I'm just showing you what I plan to use. So I'm going to start off with my newest deck to show up at my doorstep. I have the collector's edition of the W.I.T.C.H, which Woman in Total Control of Herself deck. I did a flip through, and so you can find that in my list of videos. I can link it down below if you'd like. But I just really want a chance to get to know this deck. Pictures just fascinated me. The write-up for the card that I did get when I was showing you this deck in the flip through was just right on. So I'm going to show you a couple of these cards again. Priestess of Original Innocence, the Devouring Mother, Failure's Muse. And these are glossy, so, sorry for the, picture in the back there. Maiden's Journey, Trailblaze, or the Trailblazer, sorry. And the last one I'll show you is the Scholar. So I definitely want to spend more time with this deck. And then here is the book. Maybe you can kind of see, it's very nicely detailed. It's in color, so you get a picture of the card and a little write-up about the card. So I look forward to playing with that deck this month. Also, I plan on using my 2020 Visions Tarot. It's the Major Arcana only by Krystal Banner. I supported this on Kickstarter too. I love this deck because, 2020 was a rough year for everyone, right? Wasn't just me. And so the little write-ups of why certain decks or why certain cards were put in this deck was just straight out of the newspaper. It was really great. So for example, the chariot was a UFO because the Pentagon came out and said, yeah, UFOs are real. So it's just a great little deck. Sun, Justice, the World, because everyone was getting the Hermit, the Mask. Like, come on, that I just, yeah, I look forward to playing with this deck some more. Remember when the water was like that? So I think there is, yeah. It's just the end is here for the death card because COVID was running rapid. It's just, I'm super excited to work with this deck. I can't do it one-handed here. Just not that talented. I think the thing I would have liked to have seen with this deck is when I backed it, it did have like, she would post in the Kickstarter, you know, the news article and why, you know, that picture was shown. I wish it had gone into more detail in this book for that. So that way then, you know, you don't have to go back and look at the notes from that. So that's the only thing I really wish about this deck. All right, the next deck is the Modern Goddess Oracle by Ethony. And what I like to do with this one, I don't usually do one card with this deck or with any of my goddess decks, unless I'm just really called to flip a card every day. But most of the time, I'll flip a card for the week and kind of try to tune into that message. Spider Grandmother, I mean, Persephone. I love how like the symbols are in with them. Ethony did such an amazing job with this deck. So I definitely look forward to using this deck again. And then like, look how chunky that little white book is. I would not call that a little white book. And so in the book, we've got the name, the keyword, some symbols, you know, that are in the card for that goddess, an affirmation, and then like a little write-up to meet the goddess, divination meaning, ways you can work with that goddess, shadow meaning, and ways to heal with that goddess. And then it goes on to the next one. So definitely looking forward to playing with this one again. This is one of my favorite goddess decks. Just because it does put a new modern spin. All right, the next deck is my Doodle Tarot. You know, I've had this one for a while, and other than taking it out and looking at the pictures, I've not really ever played with this one. And mostly it is because it is more of like a learning deck. It has upright the keywords, and then it, you know, if you've got it flipped upside down, the keywords. Now, there was also another copy of this deck made where it, I believe, did not have any keywords. I liked the idea of the keywords just to try to, you know, get another kind of spin on learning these cards, because I do a lot more so intuitively. But yeah, I just think it's so cute because it does look like little doodles you would have in your notebook in school. And so, yeah, I look forward, and the feel of these cards, it's that rose kind of feel. I just love that feel. Anyways, so yeah, I look forward to play with this deck. And then like, look at this little white book. It's so cute. The study booklet. And this is by M.K. Holloway. And it just does like a little tiny write-up. But the way it's set up is like, these are all of the sixes for the minor arcana. These are all of the twos. So, and then like, look at that box. Like it's a little journal book itself. It's just super cute. I look forward to playing with it. It's got nice black edging. I did not do that. It came that way. And I don't know if you can still get this because several of these are Kickstarters. So I'm not quite sure. All right, the next deck is my This Might Hurt tarot deck. I just think this was so beautifully done. And I just love these cards. That is a sad one to start off with, the Ten of Swords. But I do like that hand kind of, you know, running fingers through the hair, like it will be okay. Like King of Cups, Three of Swords, that's sad one. Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, Judgment. I believe that's Anubis. The Hermit. I love this Hermit. High Priestess. Page of Pentacles. This one is cute. The Queen of Wands with the cat. So I have played with this one multiple times. This is one of my favorites. It's got the rainbow like edging on the side. And I think they are coming out with like a specialty one. And for this deck, I think so. I think they're coming up with like a special edition where maybe it doesn't have borders or something. I'm not quite sure what is exactly different with it, but it also includes, if you buy the specialty edition, it also includes like an oracle, I think. I think it's this deck. And here's like the book. It's all black and white, so it's not color. It shows the picture, gives a like little keyword. So the Two of Cups is the long-term love card. You know, so many people think it's the lovers, but it's not. The Three of Cups, the party with a friends card. And it just gives like a one page right up. There's the one with the cat, Our Lady of Creativity. So I'm gonna work with that deck. And then down to my last 3 decks. So yeah, this one, get it out of its little bag. I think I'm on a modern kick right now because between This Might Hurt, the Modern Goddess, the 2020, and now the Everyday Enchantment Tarot, I went ahead and I'm pretty sure I trimmed mine. Yeah, I trimmed mine because I don't really like the borders, but I didn't mind that these cards had different colors down at the bottom based off of whatever suit. But I trimmed mine and then I edged it in this like navy color. So that's why it's not fully reversible anymore on my deck because like you could see the moth is kind of cut off. So, but that's fine by me. I don't always read reversibles. All right, so like here's my King of Coins. Knight of Cups, the romantic. Page of Wands. Ten of Blades. And I don't know if I did say this. This is the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin. Ace of Coins. The Star. And this one you should probably be able to still get, like, I think I got mine on Amazon. Judgment. And it is a beautiful deck. I'm going to pull the book out for you so you can kind of see the book. So this one is a big book. Okay. And so I think it does 2 for each. Yeah. 2 pages for each. It has like a little black and white copy of the picture. It has the keywords again, some correspondences. It talks about the image, talks about a story behind the image, and then the meaning of the card. It's a nice little book. I shouldn't say little because it's not very little. All right, then my last 2 decks, they kind of go together. I like to try to pair 2 of my decks together each month or every 2 weeks, depending upon how often I switch them out. So this time it is the Wandering Soul Oracle. And it has that rainbow holographic edging. And the artwork is just, I mean, it's so simplistic, but so beautiful. When I say simple, I mean, it's simple, but I can't do this. I'll be honest. I am not artistically talented in this way. So, like an extra card there. Vulnerable. Ugh, that one gets to me. Grounded. Liberation with a key. It's so beautifully done. So I will be pairing. I love that. Love. Reminds me of when I lived in Vegas. Didn't mean to knock you over there. And here's the book. It just gives a one page description information about the card. So I will be pairing that deck up with my Wandering Moon Tarot, which is by the same creator. So they pair nicely together. I like when I can get an oracle and a tarot by the same creator. Just, you know, makes it so much easier. I mean, I can pair others, but so New Moon, 7 of Moons, the Empress, Six of Swords. I feel like you can, the artwork just, I mean, obviously you can pair these. So those are the decks I will be using this month. I think what I might do also, trying to put the wrong book in. What I might do also is start a whole like flip through Tarot and Oracle A through Z 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna look and see if that tag has already been used, and I might go ahead and do that on start with all my decks. Let me know in the comments below if you would be interested in that. All right, I'll be right back. So I realized when I was putting those decks back to the side that I left out a deck. So the ninth deck is actually a tarot and an oracle, as well as a deck like if you were working with sigils. And that is the Nameless One deck. Sorry for those like light dots. This is a big deck, and I ended up getting it with the big book also included, but this deck alone also has this as the little white book. But I also have the huge book. So this deck actually has all of the tarot cards, but it also has 30 oracle cards. And the oracle cards can also be used, well, all of them can also be used working with sigils. So it comes with the black edging. This is the back. Like I said, this is a big deck. First of all, I have small hands. The card is, there we go, almost the size of my hand. So this is definitely one that I can't riffle shuffle. I have to go hand over hand. And then it's super thick, like, you know, wow, it's almost the size of my head. Anyways, it's a big deck. I'll show you a couple of the cards. And none of them are named. So you really need to, like, you know your cards. So like this is the Three of Pentacles. This is the Moon. I think this is Death, but I'm not positive on that one. Like I even have to use the book to go back and see. So let me look. So here's my little white book, and it does have the cards in color, and then it does a little upright, reversed, and the sigil affirmation. So let me see if I had that right for the Death card. Just because I'm curious now, I could be wrong. Nope, I had that wrong. So that was not the Death card. Which makes some more sense because this is not it either. The Death card, you could see the little, the moth with like the skull, as well as like scissors. I think those are scissors. Yeah, scissors with the skull. Anyway, so every time I use this deck, I have to look the cards up just to make sure that I even know. Like some of them are pretty obvious. So this is the Two of Swords. You can tell it has the two swords. The skull's eyes are covered, kind of like the girl who sits on the bench with the bandage around her eyes, covering her eyes. So this one, Judgment, again, the angel with the horn, and then all the animals and stuff going up. This is the Ten of Pentacles, the little happy bunny family, and then you can count, there's 10 of them. So some of them you can tell automatically what it is, others not so much, but they are beautiful, beautiful cards. I love that it's both a tarot and an oracle. So those are the 9 decks that I will be using for April. And if I change them up before the end of the month, I will come back on and tell you which ones I switched out, or if I'm using a whole new deck or a whole new set of 9. I'm going to try to keep with all of the decks for the entire month, just because I want to give them their due. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please give me a thumbs up and let me know if you want me to continue to do this, where I show you every month which decks I'm using and kind of show you a couple of the cards, and the name of the deck and the creator will be down below in the info area. And I hope that you have a wonderful day, night, whenever it is you see this. Stay blessed and stay beautiful. Bye.